Hello everyone, it is the Axle Shifter here, and I am back with the next Multiverse Wars episode number 44. And today, we're going to be talking about two combatants, two of which look like cute and innocent little animals, but then you realize that they're a lot more powerful than just that. This is the case between both Chikn Nuggit and Elon Doyle. Yeah, that's what I'm just calling her or something, yeah. Sorry for the butchering if it is doing that, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. But anyways, these are the two characters that, like I said, look cute and cuddly, but actively fight a really good fight. They can actively do so. So, without further ado, let's get into their powers, abilities, and feats. And let's do this and see who would win this battle. Let's go. Chikn Nugget is the main protagonist of his web series of the exact same name, as he goes through several everyday tasks and stuff, or different maybe mini adventures along with his friends, that being cheeseburger, ice cream, french fry, soda pop, slushy, and the new addition character Basil, and a couple of their side characters like coffee and hot sauce. Yeah, those are the main characters, well, side ones anyways, I just mentioned. But now that we know mostly about Chikn Nugget, it's time we talk about his powers, abilities, and feats, and there's actually a little bit of lore in this series that's now coming in. There's lots of lore coming in about Chikn being a god and stuff, being created by, who knows, maybe he was just spawned into existence, I suppose, as said by Basil himself, so the clock nigga. So yeah, let's talk about his powers, abilities now. Throughout the web series, Chikn Nugget has shown a wide array of different abilities due to him being basically a demigod, such as being able to shapeshift his body into different forms and even manipulate his body into different shapes and sizes. He can make himself smaller or bigger, can manipulate his neck into being longer, and it's even so much so that he can make his neck reach in the middle of space and in the air and basically just not feel anything. He's even been shown surviving and breathing in space without feeling cold or basically just dying due to lack of oxygen in space. He's even shown he is capable of dimensional travel, as he did travel to the real world in one episode of the show. He's even capable of plot manipulation, as he is capable of changing the story to however he wants and changes the reality around him, giving him a solid tier reality warping. He's even shown capability of being able to resisting magic from French Fry, and French Fry is one of the most powerful beings within the Chikn Nugget series itself. And thanks to this, he is easily one of the most powerful characters Chikn Nugget has ever seen, because, well, he's Chikn Nugget, he's a fucking demigod, essentially. He's also capable of his extremely powerful barks. His barks are so strong and so deadly that they can destroy anything and anyone in its path, including Soda Pop's skull was pretty much just, his skin was blown off. Chikn has once again also shown various other different abilities that he can use throughout the series, such as his being able to project to the astral plane with Cheeseburger, being able to fly, and having enhanced senses much like a real dog, and being able to do much anything else. Like, he once threw a slipper at a sleep paralysis demon who is a literal ghost, so he can throw physical objects at an actual ghost. He can actually do that. And he's even capable of resisting Ice Cream's aura when he tries to scare him, proving that Chikn Nugget is the scarier one here when compared to Ice Cream. Chikn is also very strong when it comes to his lifting strength, as he is comparable to Coffee, who completely manhandled Ice Cream, to the latter of which is also comparable to French Fry, who once grabbed a star out of the sky and struck it down and shrinking between their claws. Well, yeah, Ice Cream and French Fry are pretty much they, them pronouns, so yeah, I'm kind of respecting that. So yeah, anyways, French Fry was capable of grabbing a star out of the sky and struck it down to the point of where their claws can just, they can just grab the star out of the sky they just grabbed it out from. So yeah, pretty much Chikn Nugget should scale to all three of these characters. Chikn's abilities are very powerful. Some are even tempted to call him a godlike figure. Well, he essentially is one, but still. But despite his powerful abilities and statements and feats, he does have his fair share of weaknesses. For example, he's not a very skilled fighter because he has never exactly been in a real fight with anyone. Now, he does says so, and there's even a joke video of him saying that all he wants to do is fight now. But still, he never really shows any real combat skills or anything else that's above his godlike abilities. Also, he's mostly docile and a pacifist, as he usually never wants to fight anyone because, he's a pretty chill guy in general. But overall, despite those weaknesses, Chicken Nugget is still a very powerful force that can do basically anything he wants. And yeah, that's why he's such a insane boy. Elon Musk. Oh, no, sorry, not Elon Musk, but Elon Doyle was once a living, breathing human girl, but then she was suddenly condemned for witchcraft and burned at the stake. Yeah, her origin is very different compared to Chicken Nuggets. However, she is also known through unknown means. She then became a ghost-like creature in a purgatory-like realm, generally taking on the form of a cat, though she can transform into other beings such as a bat, a demon, a human, well, she once was that, and a skeleton demon and such so there. Meaning that she can transform much like Chicken Nugget, but yeah, now let's really get into her true powers, abilities, and feats. Despite already being dead, Elon is actually very powerful despite her limitations of no longer being alive, as she has various other abilities to her disposal. For one, she can transform. For one, she mostly just stays as a cat, but she's actually capable of transforming to other creatures, the two only noble ones being a demon and even a bat, and her original human form, which he can no longer transform to because, well, she's already like fucking dead, so yeah, that's not exactly possible. And she even has various other abilities such as teleportation, where she can teleport herself away or others away, and even magical witchcraft manipulation, which allows her to use magic to her advantage. And she also has the ability to manipulate fire thanks to her activating it or even enchanting it thanks to her using her paws. And she's even been noticing being able to curse others, such as Gideon in some instances. And once again, she's used her teleportation powers to just teleport others away. She can also once again transform into a snake-like monster, which refers to as her demonic form when she gets angry. And whenever she gets angry, her eyes turn red, and she even has a much more demonic voice. So yeah, I feel like her death has truly affected her, and yeah, who wouldn't? Now, as for her physical stats, her attack component C, despite all of this being a demon and transforming and teleportation and cursing and magical witchcraft and fire, she can still only have the attack component C of a normal human physically, in her cat form anyways, and even in her bat forms. She can still do genuinely human actions unabated X, and really, she's even capable of digging up larger pits and being able to pretty much cut other people thanks to her weapon, that being a knife. And she also has pretty much burned down an entire house, well, possibly. Plus, Elon also has shown the ability to fly and has enhanced senses due to her being a cat, much like Chikn being a dog. And possibly has reality warping abilities, much also like Chicken Nugget. And as for her stamina, it is pretty high mostly, as she is been around for a while, and despite being dead, she's actually pretty energetic and hyper, despite normally being calm. When this normally happens when he gets angry, that really happens when you get more energy, because of course, when you get angry, you have naturally more energy to go around. And as for intelligence, it is highly above average, as she is decently intelligent, much like Chicken Nuggets, as she can do basic, normal, everyday tasks, much like human, well, besides her tiny paws and feet and stuff. But as for her weaknesses, and so, I mean, they're not really any real exposable weaknesses, other than that she can be, I guess, manipulated to getting angry, I suppose, and she can eventually be defeated, of course, by much stronger and much more powerful characters from other universes and stuff, so, yeah. But overall, Elon is still an incredibly powerful cat, and although she's no longer with us, she is still an extremely powerful force. Okay, so now that I've gone over both characters, it's time I talk about who would actually win this battle. And honestly, these two's powers and abilities can reach the absolute fullest if they really wanted to, and the extent of their abilities is truly up to interpretation, as both of these characters are very powerful and can do a lot of things thanks to their several different powers and abilities and feats that they've done throughout their different series in both Chikn Nugget and Cat Ghost. But in the end, despite all of this I'm saying, I would have to say that in the end, Chikn Nugget would be the winner of this fight. Now, if you would say that Elon and Doyle would win, well, that's fine, I guess. You can have that opinion, but really, in the end, this is why I would say that Chikn Nugget would be the winner more often than not. For one, we have to start with the attack potency mismatch between the two, as Chikn Nugget is capable of surviving and even tanking multiple different blows and attacks. He can survive falling and pretty much floating in space, and well, Elon can do the same thing as she did in some episodes of her series, but Chikn Nugget can survive pretty much mostly anything like explosions and all those other things. And plus, Chikn Nugget has the insane advantage of not only shapeshifting, but being able to extend his own body and manipulate his molecules to be any size he wants. Sometimes he can shapeshift and pretty much multiply his size to the size of a building, and he can shrink himself down to the size of an everyday human or other creatures. And once again, we also can't ignore his bark abilities. His bark is so powerful, it destroys nearly anything in its path. And like I said before, it completely blew off Sody Pops' skin and burned everything off until it was nothing more than just Sody Pops' skeleton. And while, yeah, Elon is pretty powerful in her own right, her attack potency and just overall physical attacks are actually kind of limited because they only really range around human level plus, really, while Chikn Nugget's abilities range from easily solar system level or just simply star level thanks to him scaling to Ice Cream, who also scales to French Fry, who is capable of grabbing a star from the sky and giving it to Sody Pop, who then ate it and made it nighttime. So clearly Chikn's power level overall just completely overshadows Elon's, while Elon probably might be slightly smarter because she can remain calm during his fight with Chikn, who is generally more chaotic and nuts. But in the end, that still doesn't change the fact that Chikn is just generally a lot more powerful. And also, he can easily teleport her to the real world. Well, Elon can also do the same thing like teleportation, but still, he could also just simply escape the fight if he really wanted to and just travel to the real world like Chikn did before in one episode. So, overall, in the end, I would have to say that Elon might be slightly smarter and might be, well, not really more experienced because Chikn is actually an adult, whereas, Elon died at like age 19 or something. But yeah, despite the fact that she might have her advantage when it comes to weapons and everything, and while Chikn Nugget does also also has weapons as well, still, in the end, I would have to say that the winner is Chikn Nugget. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Multiverse Wars, and yeah, I really enjoyed making this episode because I really vibe with this matchup. That's why I made it. So yeah, see you later, everyone. Goodbye.